Hi Gemini, it's Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot, and I'm just here to do your general reading for April 2020. Let's see, hope everybody's doing well. If you've never been to my channel before, thank you for showing up. Yeah, thank you for coming in, and you're welcome. I hope to see you again. If you have been here before, I do appreciate the support. I hope everybody's doing well and getting through these crazy times that we got going on right now. Okay. Right now, on the 4th of April, Venus is going to go into your sign, and you should be able to, might want to be able to, like, feeling it, do something, makes you feel good. Read a good book, sit down outside in the sun if you have a chance, listen to good music. Because we're not going to be able to go do things that, might be our, normal, go out and do something that feels good, but, take a long ride on your bike or on your motorcycle or wherever it is that you do. And even in your car. I mean, just as long as, we keep our social distancing going on. But if it makes you feel better to drive or hike or do something, in just a small little group of your family or such, then go ahead and do it. Because it's that the planets are kind of telling you to do it. Maybe because you really need to right now. Or just it's good for everybody just to get out in the sun, get out in the air, and feel better. And on the 4th, and on the 8th of April, we got the full moon in your 5th house, it is. And that's going to kick off some creativeness for you. Anything you like to do with your hands. Like if you like to do sculpting or painting or knitting or, anything like that, where you feel like, you just feel like maybe that's one of the things you enjoy. And the full moon kind of will kick that into you. But anyway, alright, so let's go ahead and get your reading done, see what else we can find out for you, how your energies are. And we're going to do the Celtic Cross. Alright. Okay, we got the Hermit. And crossing you is Justice. Alright, then we have... Oops. I got 2 cards. No. Oh, the World is what lies below. So this apparently is a completion coming in, and maybe this is what it's in your subconscious. The foundation, maybe you just passed a period of completion in something, or you're looking for it, and subconsciously you're looking for something to end, like some situation in your life to end. It doesn't have to be specific situations, like it doesn't have to be what everybody else is wishing that would end also too, but something maybe personal. It feels kind of personal. Alright, hold on, let's see. We got in your past. Alright, you got the 6 of Wands, so there must have been a celebration of something. Hold on a second. And let's see. Alright, and their possibilities are the Ace of Pentacles. And that is a beginning, a new beginning. So something maybe you're hoping to start. You have your eyes on the prize type of feeling, like you want to start something new. And maybe that's where this Hermit situation is coming from. Like maybe you've been thinking about something, trying to figure out how you could do it, and you're like putting aside, you're like taking your feelings and your thoughts and you're putting it, ooh, can you see that? You're taking it and putting it into a different perspective, in a sense that you're shining light on your situation and what you want to do. And you're going within to see what you can do. Because then you have this Justice here. And this is a matter of, I don't know if it's something in the courts, something that you've been dealing with in your work life, or something that you feel like you need justice for, or somebody else is feeling like justice for it towards you. Because this was crossing you. Now is it like, okay, you had to stop and take a minute, go within, go by yourself for a little bit, and think about this justice situation, like where somebody wants you to have I want to say the word reckoning, It wants you to have a reckoning, or you want a reckoning. Like you want to give it to somebody. Let's see. I'm gonna clarify. It's interesting though. All right, and then in your immediate future, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is a message of something that you can build, something that's tangible, something in your reality that you can grab a hold of. Now it could be abundance, it could be material things. If what it is that you want to start with this Ace of Pentacles, in the immediate future, this can happen for you if given the right circumstances and the way things are sketching out now. We still have free will, and anything can change. Nothing is written in stone, but carved in stone. But the way this feels, you had to go within. You had to think about something, and I think because there was something that you would hope would turn out right, something that maybe were wrong somehow, or maybe not even wrong, but maybe just your situation got skewed because somebody else did something that was wrong towards you. Maybe not ultimately wrong, maybe not horribly wrong. Or this could be somebody that, in your environment that's been wronged, and that's what's on your brain. But they're seeking justice. And I keep wanting to say reckoning, and I don't know why, because it's not a very common word, at least as far as I know. But then, like I said, that you had a certain situation either wrapped up or you want it to wrap up. And it might have something to do with this Hermit and Justice situation. Like, I feel like that is very much something on your brain, and you want it to wrap up. And maybe that's what's so on your subconscious, like so what's in your mind. Now, in the past, you had a success. The Six of Wands tells me that you were successful in something. Something. I can't speak. You were successful in something. And maybe you're feeling like you want that again. But because of this justice situation needing to be rectified, whatever the Six of Wands feeling was or situation was, this justice kind of dampened it because justice wasn't done. And that's what you're looking for. But then what goes in your what lies, what's above is just your possibilities. You want to make something new. You want to start something new. Again, with the tangible, material success in money, creating opportunities, or just in material opportunities. So maybe whatever it is that you had with the Six of Wands and this justice skewed up, you want that back. And then with this Knight of Pentacles, it's telling me that you, in the immediate future, if you keep going with what's going on, you will get that. You will get that beginning of the material gains. Let's see what else. Oops. Look, I'm moving my everything. Okay, hold on. All right, what else we got? All right, this Three of Wands. This is you. So this is you waiting for something to come into you. And the kind of tracks, because if the justice is had, and you're able to start the new with material and the message of abundance or material gain. So maybe you are waiting for a message because this justice, maybe you're going to have to wait for something to be delivered to you with a message, email, phone call, in the mail. You're waiting for that, and then you'll know this justice was delivered because you're waiting for it. And with your ships coming in, like, you don't know maybe what the situation's going to be right now, but you do know something's coming. All right, let's see. Oops. All right, and then after that, in your environment, you're taking a pause, or your environment's waiting. And again, makes sense because of the situation that is right now. So if you are waiting for something from the courts, say, or you're waiting for, I don't know, there's going to be a meeting among your management or among your peers or your coworkers. It might not be able to happen right away because, again, I told you that, I didn't tell you nothing, but the basics of in the news and stuff that they're saying that they want people not to get grouped up in mass groups, I guess. So everything's maybe on a hold because it's coming in, All right. Whoops. You do know it's coming, but it's going to be on hold for a little bit because everything's kind of slowing down and taking a pause. Let's see. And this, okay, the hopes and fears. This is your Queen of Wands, okay? And now this is like, she's very charismatic, and she's got a very strong energy of being somebody that somebody would follow. Like, she puts out that type of vibe that you're like, oh, people would follow that person. They would follow her role as far as, things that she would push out. If she was a leader of something, people would want to follow her. So I'm feeling like in this situation with the hopes and fears, this might be what you're hoping, that people would follow this example. She's very strong, she's very nurturing, she's very charismatic. And she's passionate. So it's very possible that you're hoping that that's how people will start either handling with your situation or in life in general. You want people to be strong like that, or you want to be strong like that. And then your outcome is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Where you at? Okay, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Now, that coming up as an outcome, I know you didn't see that. I have no idea where my camera is. Here it is. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is kind of like saying, okay, well, you were feeling not great about your situation. Maybe feeling a little bit a little needy because your justice wasn't done yet. And now that it went into the reverse, that's like, okay, you can actually feel good about your situation. That's what the outcome's going to come out to, is you're going to feel good about your situation. Like you're not going to feel that left out in the cold about it. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, I'm just going to clarify. else we got? Alright, let's clarify the Hermit. Gemini, let's clarify the Hermit for people. Alright, the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords. Alright. That makes sense. Alright, the Queen of Swords, she's like, again with that. Alright. She is a strong energy of, she has been roughened up, I guess, by life. Alright, she's almost, she doesn't sugarcoat things, and she's the type of person or energy that's going to tell you how it is, right? And to that sword that she has, this kind of cuts through the bull. So if it's on the Hermit, I'm feeling like this is like the energy of when you went within, you thought about it, you're like, okay, yeah, we're not doing this. Okay, I shouldn't have to not get what I need, what I deserve. And you're going to push the justice through a little bit because your situation was whatever it was, and you going into yourself and saying, okay, this is what's going to have to happen, and I'm not taking this anymore, because that's what she comes out feeling like. So that might be what you push your justice in a little bit. So I don't know if that's like you writing, you know, writing letters, writing messages, writing, you know, leaving phone calls or whatever. But you're going to push that justice through. Let's see, what about the justice? What can we find out about that? So maybe you just needed to go within to think about, what do I have to do to make this happen? Okay, the Fool. Oops. And that's going to trigger a leap of faith for you. Which again kind of makes sense. All right, so maybe you triggering that justice with whatever it is that you're going to have to do to make it happen was a leap of faith. So maybe that was a whole new start for you. Saying, okay, I'm going to make this happen. And I have to be a certain kind of feeling to make it happen. Or I have to do a certain kind of thing that I wouldn't normally do. Because maybe yourself, your past self, your mentality is kind of like, okay, don't rock the boat. I don't want to, like, you know, cause a lot of problems. And I think here that you might have took it upon yourself to do just that, to make that, whatever it is that had to happen, happen. So you could get your, you know, get whatever justice you felt needed to happen. All right, what about the World? Can you clarify the World for me? Clarify the World. Okay, the Seven of Staffs. Now this is just like, if you're challenged in any way, or you were challenged in any way, to make whatever this situation was going to end, if you were challenged in it, you were going to fight for it. And that's what made you trigger the justice and the new beginning, because you fought for whatever this situation was to make the world end. Not the world, oh my God. Not make the world end. Make the situation end. To make the full circle of your situation into an ending. The completing that cycle. So you had the Seven of Staffs, which is the Seven of Wands, because that cycle needed to complete. And let's see what else we can get. I don't know, what about the Three of Wands? What can you tell me about the Three of Wands? Hello. Jeez. Good. Alright. All three of them fell out, and I think they could all be usable. All right, we got the Three of Wands again, but it's the Three of Staffs, the King of Staffs, and the King of Cups. All right, now this tells me, all right, the Three of Staffs coming out again on the Three of Wands, which is the same thing. Again, still a strong feeling of you're waiting for what needs to come out. It's almost like you're reaping your rewards here, or you're feeling like you need to reap your rewards. The Knight of Staffs coming out is like, yeah, because this is coming out to you. Where is my light there? Can you guys even see this? All right, there it is. The Knight of Staffs coming out to you is a message of charisma and passion and whatever is going to take to make your ships come in. Is the feeling you're going to project, or somebody's going to do that for you, as far as, be the messenger of this, that your ships are coming in. I don't know if this is somebody like your boss or a lawyer or somebody in your senses of what's going to happen for you. And I think what's going to go on with this King of Cups situation is, when this does happen, it's going to give you a feeling of... It's going to give you an emotional feeling, a strong emotional feeling, where you're going to have, like... Not be sensitive about it, or not be, like, emotional about it, but you're going to have a strong emotional feeling about it. Because maybe this that important. So whatever goes on here, it's going to be that very much important that you're going to have to, or you're going to feel a certain kind of way about it. In the positive, but it's just going to trigger some feelings for you. But like I said, we're going to have the Four of Swords is going to like be holding things off a little bit. Or it's not going to hold things off, but things are going to be held off a little bit. So let's see if I can find anything else for the Four of Swords. Alright. Now this is like it's the Six of Coins. Six of Pentacles, basically. And this is almost like a balancing, or it's very possible, once this happens, you're going to be able to go back to giving and receiving and the way things were for you before whatever needed this justice to happened. Or it just might be a sign of balancing, which is if you're resting about something's resting about you, and just needs to have time to balance and kind of get over it. And let's do the Queen of Wands, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, the Five of Swords. Okay, you see this? The Five of Swords is like a win at all costs feeling. Excuse me. I mean, that's the way it feels to me. You fought for something, and when it happened, and you were going to do it no matter what. Like whatever the situation was, you were going to make sure you were the winner at whatever the cost, in a sense. And I'm not saying that you would give up anything important to anybody else for it, or you wouldn't take something, well... I don't feel like you would bully somebody for it, whatever it is that you actually deserve. But I do think that you took it in your hands, that you were going to make it happen, regardless. All right, and I am going to pull. I got these Angel of Abundance cards, and I like them. But I think abundance can refer to anything that you would like to try to gain. I mean, it could be money, it could be love, it could be energy, it could be, friends, like anything like that, where you are lacking in something and you want to try to gain that. And I've never yet to tell somebody that they don't want any more of abundance, or something that, they they've worked really hard for, or something that would really mean a lot to them. So let's just see. And they're kind of pretty. Okay. Now this says, it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern the process, your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Okay, you see that? It's very pretty. And I think that has a lot to do with your resting phase and what your planet's told you to go, do something that's going to be good for you, make you feel a certain way. Like you want to retreat into some quiet, like I said, listen to good music. I listen to audiobooks, but maybe just read a good book. Maybe watch some TV shows that you haven't watched for a while, and just to get your peace right now while you're waiting for this to happen. Go take the time to do what feels right to you. Okay, so hopefully it answered some questions for you, and if you could just enjoy the reading. And if this is your first time coming, I hope I get to see you again. I do really enjoy having you guys come out to join me. And if you've been here before, again, thank you so much for your support, and thank the new peoples for support. I do really appreciate it. And if you can give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be hitting you up in May. Okay, take care.